you will own nothing and be happy. This is why. You know how sometimes you just been feeling like you just need something in your life? And you know, something feels like it's missing. So they give you all these subscriptions that they tell you that you need to pay for to make your life better. And they just load all these subscriptions up, give you these gadgets. But eventually, you start to just feel like these things don't make you happy as you thought you would be. You start to wonder, like, what changed? Like, I've been happy for so long, and I thought I was happy. But after a while, all these things that was on these subscriptions, it seems like they starting to not excite you anymore. So you was happy for a while, but then once your happiness wears off, you start to just start feeling empty. But in reality, you never owned these subscriptions or these programs anyway. So all these gadgets that occupied you for the time being, you start to just notice that you're not occupied just as much anymore. You start to feel distracted, you know? Your happiness is slowly and surely disappearing. You start realizing that these things don't make you happy as you thought. Like owning a bigger house. But in reality, you really can't afford it. You just want these dreams that you can just get in a big house. You want to drive your dream car. And then as you get closer to receiving these things you thought that would make you happy, and they may make you happy for the time being, but once you realize that it's part of control and part of the plan, you're going to start to just think like, wow, this don't make me happy as I thought. So you start to feel like happiness is a sense of illusion. Because one minute you're happy, the next minute you're not. And why is that? And then the things that you consider fun, they used to be, but it's not fun for you no more. Once you start to just realize and open up, like, the things that they want you to subscribe to and pay for and things like that, you start to just be like, wow, I gotta pay money for this? Doesn't make sense. And that's how they start off. They like to tell you that you need these things to complete you. You need to learn how to do this. You need to learn how to do that. You need this in your life. You need that in your life. And then you think you do need these things in your life. As long as they can keep you happy, to keep pacifying you, to persuading you to believe that's what you need, you're going to be occupied for a while. But once you start to lose interest in things, that's when a problem occurs. That's when they're going to make up something else. They think about a lot of things. And it's to the point that it's getting out of control. They don't want you to own anything anymore. They want to change everything. Why is it a subscription for everything? I remember when cable used to be out and you used to pay a lot monthly for that. And then they slowly took away cable because they started realizing that we need to step our game up. That's why they started hitting you with these subscriptions on social media, these things that you seem like you can't get away from. These things that make you seem like you're so addicted. And majority of the people are. They feel like that's what makes them happy. Going on there, seeing drama. And then half the time, you can't even watch your favorite website without an ad on there. Somebody always trying to sell you something. Is that the key to your happiness? Just spending, spending, spending? Gadget here, gadget there. Like, what is this? And I don't get it. And they don't make TV shows like they used to no more. I still watch all the TV shows in the 70s. Because that's what makes me happy. Just going back and looking at those past TV shows and clips, the memories. Because now, ever since the world has changed, you start to just realize, like, is this what this world is really about? Everybody caught up in a facade. Everybody want to be influencers. Everybody want to do this, do that. Or do they really want that? Because once you look and you see, you start to just wonder, like, do people really even want this? Or it's just brought to us so much and we think that'll make us happy. And then they want a subscription to your whole life. They want you to pay forever. You always gonna have bills, so you can't escape that. And then with these cell phone plans, all this to talk on your data. You got unlimited data. You probably paying an arm and a leg for your data. And you probably don't even use your phone like that. You probably don't even call nobody. So now it makes you feel like something's missing even more. Because you don't even talk to the same people that you used to talk to. Or if you meet somebody new or you make friends with a new friend, that don't last long. So you start using all these apps even more. And that's where they want you. Because they want you to pretend to be happy so they can keep you occupied. And once they start feeling like you losing anything pertaining to your happiness, here come another subscription. Tired of these subscriptions, man. And that's just how I've been feeling lately. Because I guess, as long as you temporarily happy, as they say, you should be alright, right? But once you start to think about it, are you really okay? That's what I really want to know. Because you really don't need no subscription to tell you how to live your everyday life. You don't need no chat GBT. You've been regulating your life for so long. Now you gotta get a ChatGPT subscription. What else subscription they gonna come out with next? You already got Amazon, Walmart, all them subscriptions. How many websites can you order off of? And they just force you into subscriptions though. Because when you go to the regular store, they make it harder and harder for you to just purchase in person. And that's the part I don't get. The same pot you've been buying for years, or you could buy, you can't even buy no more. So I want to know, have y'all been feeling like this lately? Does your favorite TV show make you happy? What happens when it go off? All you going to be doing is thinking about, why did it have to end like that? They don't even like to produce spinoffs no more like that. So at the end of the day, what does this all mean? That's all I want to know. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. Because nothing is making any sense. I just don't get it. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. Tell me in the comments. Have y'all been feeling like this for a long time? Or this just came about? Because this is not the same world that we're used to seeing. I'm going to talk to y'all in a minute. Peace.